I've always been a very hyper vigilant person. That is still something that I need to work on. Boiling some eggs, by the way. Boiled eggs are good for breakfast. Highly recommend. I think it started because now I love my dad. I love my parents, but um, sometimes when you were a little naughty, they would like yell and kind of, spank you a little bit. In addition to that, I was also a very sensitive kid. My mom would tell me that I would never cry, I was very behaved, and I would just sit and observe all the people. I'd ask questions, I would stay in line, I would go to people who are sad. So when you have a very sensitive kid in an environment where they're not sure if what they do is going to get them in trouble, get them beat, get them yelled at, get them insulted at, you turn into a hypervigilant person. So now I'm very hypervigilant. I will say this has helped me exceed in my career because I'm able to anticipate danger and make sure that I am doing what I'm supposed to. I'm basically really good at risk management. And since I'm a nurse, perfect. I always make sure I check the patient's vitals. I always make sure that my meds are the correct medication because I'm afraid of getting beat. I kid, but like, no, seriously, this is a stress disorder. I used to hold resentment against my parents for this, but honestly, they had 4 kids by the time they were 22. I'm 33 now. I can't even imagine having 1 kid. So imagine 4 kids running around. I think sometimes I would get out the belt. I'm not condoning beating your kids, by the way, but I've learned to forgive and move on. I think I'm getting too old. My parents are getting old, and I think I'm ready to see them as who they were. If you think about it, 22 is still really young. And so 22 with 4 kids, not finishing college, working 2 jobs, 16 hours a day, that's bound to get someone stressed out. So I understand, I forgive, and I'm ready to move on. The moving on part is the problem because now that I've forgiven, what's the next step? Because I'm still thinking I'm gonna get beat. This manifests sometimes into me waking up in the middle of the night thinking that someone's breaking into the house. I have very vivid sensations when I'm confused in the middle of the night of someone swinging my bedroom door open and coming in. I never got punched, but like that vision of me getting hurt is still there. People say, oh, just take a deep breath. There's nothing wrong. Ground yourself. But hypervigilance means that I'm trying to avoid us getting to that point. So I see the whole world as a potential for danger. And it doesn't have to be physical danger either. It could be social danger. It could be getting embarrassed. It can be getting isolated because I did something stupid. Hurting someone's feelings and all of a sudden they abandon me and then I have no friends. A really big one is being on social media because I know cancel culture and it scares me. Part of the reason I'm on this social media platform is because I'm trying to get out of that fear. I need to remind myself to live my life, and if someone wants to leave me because of my content, then so be it. I will find the ones that do want to stay. I can't be too egregious in what I'm sharing though, because I do have a pretty big responsibility job. I do directly supervise over 100 employees, and I don't want them knowing all my personal details. So perhaps one day I'll share more into my life because my life got a little bit crazy. But for now, I'll stick with boiling eggs with you in the morning. I'll call this series Vulnerable Boiled Eggs. How about that? What do you think?